Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Remember that Jeezy? Welcome back to another episode of the Weekend High Podcast. Back at you again. You know who I am. Your boy KZ, KZL. And I got my man Swag here, my homeboy Swag, doing our thing again, giving you some commentary on news articles, entertainment, and just crazy things happening that we need to alert, each other to in our community. Also, for people outside our community, if you want to watch the show, shit, come on with it. It might be something in it for you too. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely love giving information. We always on the conscious tip, and then we add a little comedy in it, so to make you laugh or think. But when just before we start off, we always like to say, see how each other's doing, see how each other's week went, man. Crazy week for me. I got a lot done. What about you, my man?
Oh, it was a great week for us. Good morale week. Older son was featured in a newspaper article in the locale of his college. I thought that was interesting. Nice picture too, but I'm not gonna post it because it ain't my story to post.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. Definitely. We'll end up maybe putting that link inside the description of this.
Yeah,
so
we
people want to check out the article. They can go ahead and check it out. I want to get
a green light before we go there, though.
Okay, yeah. We'll check with him before we can do it. I hear that. But man, other than that, man, just a crazy week of life again. 2023. This month is damn near almost over. Where did the time go? It's already. I remember it was the first. We was calling each other, texting each other.
It's almost 11 months till Christmas.
Yeah, we were like, "Hey, man, Happy New Year, bro!" All that, And now, shoot, we almost into February. Everywhere you go, you start seeing the little Valentine's Day stuff pop up, and you know what I'm saying. So, but yeah, man, time is going by fast, very fast. But we're gonna get right into it, y'all, and jump right into this news, man. Like I said, a lot of news, a lot of things been going on in the news. So we just want to go right on into it. First up with Batman. We're gonna jump right into it with Ron DeSantis. Your boy Ron. And I ain't talking about
Rev Ron.
I ain't talking about Ronnie Bivens and this motherfucker. Rev Ron.
Ronnie Boo. Ronnie Doo.
BF10 in this month. I ain't talking about BF Tizzle. You know what I'm saying? New edition. We talking about DeSantis. Okay, right. The DeSantis administration, they banned African American studies, and basically they say he says it's eroding traditional public education in Florida. And so this week he went ahead and just said, you know what, we're gonna just go ahead and ban teaching of any African American studies in our school systems. So what happened is they blocked teaching African American studies at high schools this week. The move is one of several in a pattern of far right policies limiting education in the state. It feels just like an erosion of democracy, a school board member said. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis' administration banned the teaching of advanced placement of African American studies classes in Florida schools once again this week. Now, I have a news. We're gonna jump into a little news clicking in. I'm gonna get your thoughts on everything. So let me go ahead and share that really quick here. And let's get right on into it, y'all.
Well, we have heard from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis that woke goes to die in Florida. And now his latest...
Now, woke, as we know, that's code word for black people. You know what I'm saying? We know that that's code word for just like thugs. So,
cultural.
To say that
move seems to align with that. The Republican governor's administration is blocking an advanced placement African American history course from the state's high school curriculum. In a letter obtained by ABC News, the Florida Department of Education rejected the course, calling it inexplicably contrary to the Florida law and significantly lacks educational value. Joining me for more, ABC News Deputy Political Director Avery Harper. Wow, Avery. So I guess let's start with, how did the Department of Education make this determination?
Right. Well, we don't know. It's not entirely clear. I've asked the Florida Department of Education for more information about how it came to this decision. And what we do know is that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has made issues surrounding education central to his reelection effort and to his new term. If you listen to his speech from his inauguration earlier this month, he did say that Florida is where woke goes to die. And he said that he is trying to root out.
Now, we heard that. We're going to take a little break from that. Now, we heard that. He said Florida is where woke goes to die. So let's rephrase that. Florida is where black people go to die. That's basically what he's saying, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because woke is pretty much us. So, and then it's the thing of, he's targeting the advanced classes. You think he wouldn't be targeting the advanced classes. And so obviously people went through all these African-American classes and they got AP African-American, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess he don't want it to affect the best and the brightest of his people, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Or of our people either, you know what I'm saying, or want us learning anything either. But although we should be teaching that kind of information already in our homes, for our community, Foundation of Black Americans, we should be already teaching that. It's outside the school, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to wait for the school to teach your kids about your history. That's something that you should be learning, teaching them at home. Yeah, man, this is it ain't like I didn't expect this from him. You already know what Ron DeSantis is on. But what are your thoughts about this whole?
Well, we talk about the home of critical race theory too. So, it's all falling in together. That sucks though, because, apparently, well, you can assume or allegedly that, if they're getting rid of the advanced class, that they have these little matriculating classes leading up to that, and all the kids that have taken them, now they have nowhere to go. But it's on par with the rest of the stuff that we've been seeing.
Yeah. Now, what makes this really actually significant is the fact that MLK they just passed. And so that would basically saying you can't teach about Martin Luther King either. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to ban any kind of, he trying to ban all of it. Really, they say in AP, but I believe allegedly, I suspect they're going to try to, like you said, do it in all courses. They got to start with one, like you said. They starting at the top and then matriculate on down all to the others, wipe it all out. So the fact that you had MLK, and once again, I still feel like, of course, MLK is a holiday that, we celebrate in our community. But how should I say this? I don't know I don't believe it's well received in other communities still. It's just something like, it's just kind of like any other day. Like, for instance, a lot of employers don't let you off on that day as if you African, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say if you foundational Black American or what they consider African American, I should say. But we, as a foundational Black American, we talking about, people, regular Black people from this country, not even, so, they basically, you know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They don't be letting you off. That ain't like a holiday on the calendar. Some employers do. They have it on there because they like, man, we got to give them something.
Well, yeah, because it's like they traded the national holiday with President's Day as far as school's concerned. But I heard a lot of bitching out there, because at that point in time I was working outside in the field, metaphorically speaking. And, I heard a lot of guff about it. But, it's like, it's still a federal holiday. President's Day is, but this year was the first Martin Luther King Day I worked in about 8 years.
Right. Like I said, more and more companies and companies I worked for, they didn't let us off for that. But back to the ban of the African American history classes in Florida. This may be a precedent for other states like Arkansas, other states that were speaking out, because Florida wasn't the only state speaking out about, quote unquote critical race theory. Texas was one of them, I know, and so they might just say like, oh, okay, they doing it, we're gonna do it too. So, but I feel it's another reason they trying to rewrite history. What better way to rewrite it than suppress it or erase it, So our history, especially because we help build the country basically from the ground up, scratch, you know what I'm saying? So nothing surprising here. I do hope the brothers and sisters in Florida, try to fight that or push back on it. However way they can. I'm not talking about no violence or nothing, just to bring context. I'm talking
necessary, brother.
Right. What I'm saying? I am not advocating for that, but I'm saying however my people choose to do it, I don't advocate for that side. I advocate for a smart way where we can get some benefits and tangibles off of it. But that's once again push for reparations, peace and reparations out to the brothers and sisters. But yeah, man, this is, that's just basically anti-black racism right in your face, governor. You know what I'm saying? He's like, shit, we ain't gotta be learning about these folks, So, but moving right along, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments, your thoughts on the DeSantis banning African American history classes in the state of Florida down below, and we're gonna get right back to it right now. I got a good. We're gonna, that guy. Those kind of stories get us riled up or whatnot.
Man. I don't appreciate that. Won't go to die shit either, man.
Yeah.
That's what they said. They said Chicago Bears is where wide receivers go to die. That's what.
Hell yeah. He said Florida, where black people, woke people go to die.
I know, man. I don't like
and you know what's crazy? I hate to say this, sadly enough, he ain't lying, because you had brother Trayvon Martin, you know what I'm saying? You had, they're quote unquote stand your ground state. So like I said, all my brothers and sisters out there in Florida, y'all be safe. Be on your P's and Q's, and then remember the brother who got shot about the parking space? Dude shot him. Remember his wife accidentally was trying to park or something, and then the white dude, you know what I'm saying, alleged suspected white supremacy, he was cussing her out, and then when the brother stepped up like, hey, what you doing, he popped him. So
right in front of that little convenience store.
Man. So out there,
it seemed like a little dude popper shot too.
And it was like a little revolver or something like that. But yeah, man, definitely brothers and sisters out there in Florida, y'all be safe, man, and do what you can, be the best you can in them situations. Do the best you can. Moving right along, I don't know if you heard this, but it was some good going on in the community, and I just want to highlight it was a little good going out. Your boy was out there in hold on one second, your boy Mike Epps was out there. He was out there in Jackson. Jackson, as we know, has had a lot of issues with with water and everything like that, and being able to access water. And he was out there, I guess, for one of his comedy shows, and he was out there just passing out water and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that real quick.
Part of the National Martin Luther King National Holiday Weekend.
Sorry, y'all. This thing it's a little delayed. All right, here we go. I don't know if you heard that. You hear it?
Well, it's all a part of the National Martin Luther King National Holiday Weekend. Before Mike Epps took to the stage for last, he took part in a water distribution, joining local organizations.
These people are, they ready to play.
Before entertaining a crowd in a weekend comedy show downtown, comedian Mike Epps handing out water to Jackson residents. Still easy access to this.
The water kind of got like a little odor. When it come out.
No laughing matter. The rest of the country don't understand how bad it is.
Epps joined members of local communities and
gathered at the Jackson Convention Company giveaway. It's all part of a day of service honoring the Dr. Martin Luther King national holiday.
To come here, man, and to see how resilient these people are here in Jackson. As a country and a government, we need to support them.
New federally appointed third-party administrator now running the water system, plus $600 million promised federal water distribution could become a thing of the past soon, but not just yet. Recent water.
All right, y'all.
Hey, brother was on there looking like Al Jarreau.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt, you be wearing this stuff. I mean, he had the All About the Benjamins hat on and shit, you know. So. Yeah, man, but I like this stuff, man. You know, always like to drop some good news on the subscribers and the viewers. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to get back to the community and try to do all you can. I think it was a local charity that gave the water, and then Mike Epps came and passed it out. They donated the water, and so Mike came to pass it out to the residents just to put a smile on their face. So shout out to Jackson, Mississippi, and the whole Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that's the SIP going through a lot. So shout out to everybody in the SIP. Shout out to the subscribers from the SIP, man. We with you. Hopefully we'll be able to do something like that in coming soon, you know, because definitely Weekend High, we want to try to do things for the community at some point, pop up on y'all, but we're going to keep y'all in the details for that. Moving right along, and once again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Man, another story that kind of had me pissed off, man. I don't know if you had heard about this. Now, if you're from Houston or anywhere from around Texas, you're probably familiar with the turkey leg hut. This turkey leg hut is it's everything. You know what I'm saying? It's everything as far as food goes. And they have long lines. People kind of that don't live in Houston. That's like one of the spots. Yeah, you definitely one of the spots you want to hit it. I mean, I'm not the biggest turkey fan. I like turkey. I like the turkey breast. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. But I will eat a turkey leg if it's made the right way. I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they got it all seasoned up, crispied up, and whatever like that. But they recently got into a little trouble. And then this, I don't think it's warranted, but this is what they do to our businesses. So let's sit back and check this out. What's going on with Turkey Leg Hut? They recently got in trouble. They actually were sued for $1.3 million for overdue grocery bill. But we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna see what's going on. Let's give y'all thoughts and comments on it.
Shocking lawsuit filed against one of our city's most popular restaurants. The lawsuit against Turkey Leg Hut accuses them of not paying their grocery bills. Fox 26's Matthew Seedorf first broke is outside the restaurant tonight.
A lot of people surprised by this. We've all seen the lines outside Turkey Hut. This place can be packed any day of the week, but now lawsuit claims they haven't been paying some bills.
One of Houston's most popular restaurants, known nationwide.
Houston's most iconic restaurant.
All over TikTok. Yeah, that's how so they told us it went viral on TikTok.
I told you I had to touch the
We've been there for the long lines. Now Turkey Leg Hut being sued.
more than $1 million accused of not paying their food.
Surprised that they are in this situation, considering that they're pretty busy, high-volume restaurant.
The recently filed lawsuit claims Turkey Leg has failed to pay U.S. Foods roughly $85,000 for produce sold. Adding as of this date, Turkey Leg owes U.S. Foods almost $1.3 million.
There was an agreement signed with the restaurant and that actual distributor. It will make it difficult for him to in the city. So I'm not saying it's a false claim, but it is far-fetched.
Customers here from Houston and beyond learning about the allegations.
I really hope they get a really good business. It's a really good business from the little short stay that we had. The food was really good.
I don't believe it. This is said that, she said that, he said that. I don't really believe it. I bet you my paycheck.
Cynthia Russell and Haiti Burnett have lived near Turkey Leg Hut for
because these are black owners. And this neighborhood used to just be like yeah. So hard for you. They would hard for you.
Auntie said it the best. They can make it hard for you. They gonna make it hard for you. Actually, let me jump back to that story. No, we ain't gonna jump back. We just comment a little bit. Yeah. So far, for the viewers, you know what I'm saying, if you're not familiar with Turkey Leg Hut, that is the Turkey Leg Hut. Now, there's a lot of people like our sister, like Auntie, we call her Auntie, out of respect. She's saying that this is a thing with black businesses. A lot of time people say, "Oh man, why don't you guys have successful businesses? Why don't you?" It's the reason is because when we do, they set up laws, they do all kind of injunctions, they do all kind of stuff to undermine our business, especially when it's successful. Like you heard what they said, they had lines around the corner. And as soon as they like, damn, them niggas over there getting a lot of money.
I don't like this.
I like the turkey legs, but I don't like them getting all my money, So and then next thing you know, on their side of town, you see the Turkey Leg Hut. Hey guys, welcome to the Turkey Leg Hut.
Turkey leg yurt.
The yurt, hell yeah. The turkey leg yurt. They be, you know what I'm saying? They've been stole the style, stole the whole concept, and pop it up on their side of town. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to use this as bad press for this business. This brother and sister, they even got their face on the sign. They're a couple who own it. They got the daiquiri hut right next to the Turkey Leg Hut. Get your you know what I'm saying? You got to get your daiquiris with your turkey.
You got to wash it down, right?
And you know what? I got this picture just for you, Swag. I got this picture just for you, man, because he's a food connoisseur, foodie. I'm about to show you what that smothered turkey leg looked like real quick, man. I got some food porn for you. Here we go.
And bring it in. Oh, holy smokes.
Smothered turkey leg.
He said, "Well, be still, my heart."
Smothered. Let me look at that thing one more time. Damn.
Hell yeah, they got the parsley flakes sprinkled on that bitch.
Yeah, man, look at the parsley flakes. They got the cheese on, man. That's some good eating, right? I could tell that's some. And look how big that bad boy is. It fit in the whole tray.
Hell yeah, you grab that bad boy like a old Duke in the medieval days. Grab your turkey breast.
Hell yeah, hammer of Thor.
It's primal out there, man. But that's kind of messed up, and they can always find a way to jam us up the bureaucracy, you know what I'm saying? And just like Auntie said, just to make it harder on them. Now, it's probably a bullshit injunction they got going on while they try to get it going on the other end of town, but not many of our businesses is insulated enough to be able to take on that courtroom battle and still run a day-to-day business,
That's what it is. You hit it on the head. Right. you know, a lot of people don't have that big retainer for that law office to battle against, you know, against these corporations. There was a brother, I heard a story. I don't know if the brother was in North Carolina where he was, but he had a popcorn business, and the business, you know, had business out the door. Popcorn, I think it was kettle corn or caramel corn or something like that. They hit him with some injunctions talking about the business was too small for him to make popcorn in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it basically, since he had people out, he had lines out his door, they were saying it was a fire hazard.
Man, they did something that here around the year 2000 here in Indiana, where a lot of the barbecue businesses, they were starting to get they're starting to be able to afford them the indoor grills with the hood and the overhead with the chimney. Right. And they were they shut them down, saying that if you didn't have a certain type of ventilation system, you had to cook outside, but you could only cook on site on certain days. It was real messed up. And it took like 5 or 6 of our prominent hood barbecue out of business.
Wow.
No, it's only 2 that survived, and only one of them is up now.
Wow, black business. See what I'm saying? Like, you never hear about this kind of stuff in other neighborhoods of, you know, people in a dominant society.
Across the tracks, yeah.
Right. You know, when they got a successful business, it's like they pushed and look at what they did. Look, she got it'll be something stupid like, look, she got a keychain business. Look, everybody's standing outside for those keychains. You know what I'm saying? And they shit just blow up.
Chloe's keychain.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? And then we get something. I mean, so that's another thing. It's like people say, you know, other people that talk down on black people say that we don't white people came over here, they've been generational wealth. Even though we had 3 strikes against us from the jump, even when we try to build a lot of times successful businesses around the country, just like remember the story we did about the black-owned coffee shop in Seattle? They kept messing with the business, putting racist stuff up till the sister closed down because she couldn't keep, you know what I'm saying, cleaning it, you know what I'm saying, getting people to because they were spray painting the windows.
Just bringing it back to the start line, you know.
Right. So it's like, man, you know, that is something to look at in our community, and all our black business owners. We appreciate you. Do what you can to survive. We understand. And you know, and if you're a person who does buy a lot of things, try to frequent at least one black business a month or product. You know what I'm saying? If you can't go to a business, buy a product online, or, you know what I'm saying, keep the money circulating in the community if we can, you know, because that's basically the thing to do. You know, try to. A lot of times we don't do it because, oh man, the price is too high. That sometimes just take the hit, man. Just get it, you know. But moving right along, changing the song. But I'm gonna tell you this. I got to get down there to taste one of them turkey legs. The turkey.
Man, I'm telling you, man, because they come up here every year with the Johnny Appleseed Festival.
Wow.
Them some bitches is good. I send for one every year, and then I take that bitch and put it in the freezer so I can like put it in greens and shit.
Hell yeah. yeah, man.
Cabbage.
Also, just so I put this out too, the Turkey Leg Hut did come out with their own statement saying that all the allegations is false. The food company that got the allegations against them, basically they saying like they actually owe us money for free advertising and things we did for them.
Yeah,
we never got paid on. So this is
totally countersuing, ain't it?
Right. Yep, they're countersuing. So you know, we hope the best of luck for them. We hope the business thrives. Hopefully they can have one out in Chicago, Indiana, you know.
Yeah, bring it around the mountain, because it's going to always be an audience for some good, nice, crispy turkey breasts.
Oh, all day long. Yeah. And they grilled and barbecued up and stuff, man. Come on with
it. Smoked. That's my
smoked game, you know. But yeah, man. Now we're gonna move on to a little bit of sports, man. Something exciting, something crazy. Your uncle's acting a fool.
Hey, he still know what he was talking about.
Oh, Shannon Sharpe. Now Shannon Sharpe was recently at a Lakers game, and he got into it. Lakers were playing the Grizzlies the other night. I believe it was a Friday night. They were playing Grizzlies, and basically Shannon Sharpe was courtside at the game, as you see, and one of the players that was guarding LeBron. Everybody knows Shannon is a big, he's a big LeBron lover and supporter. So he basically told the dude that was guarding LeBron, because he thought he was guarding kind of dirty. He basically said, "Hey, you too small to guard LeBron." And the dude said, "F you." And then so Shannon Sharpe said, "F you back." And then next thing you know, things escalated. And then a Grizzlies star, John Morant, father got into. I think John Morant might have said something to him too, but I'm not sure. So his father jumped in it too. But we actually got footage of what happened here, and we're gonna go ahead and see. Check that out and see what happened there. Once again, fair use for all these videos we use. We just report the news, fair use, and here it is, man.
There was an incident here courtside.
Mark got the Beijing.
Dylan Brooks was having a shot. Hall of Famer and broadcast. Steven Adams comes over.
He come over like Aquaman
and Cass, and then
still talking, looking like Jason Momoa.
John Morant's dad comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant. He said, "My blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharpe." A bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
And just silly. I mean, for it to get like that here at an NBA game.
Apologize for a little tickle.
All right. Okay. Basically, I don't know.
And I've been harassed several myself.
All right. I'm gonna have to do it like that. Wouldn't go away, man. Sorry, y'all. That little technical difficulties, but yeah, man. A lot of people. Now, me personally, I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts this way. You give your comment to my thoughts. I thought it was funny as hell, because I thought it was like some WWE type stuff. I was like, at first, I was like, because I was watching that game. I actually was watching that game, and Dylan Brooks was the player with the Braves. He was, he always played LeBron dirty. He kind of got like a dirty defender label on him in the league. But he always talk a lot of smack to LeBron. Him and Bane on the team, they talk a lot of smack. I mean, but that's the nature of the game, so I'm not mad at that. People gonna be competitive. Some people ain't just gonna respect you because they say you the best or whatever like that. They gonna challenge your your best man, your moniker. They go challenge that, so that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Even remember back in Jordan days, he had John Starks, with try to go up on them, and then try to rough them up. You had Vernon Maxwell to try to rough them up. You know what I'm saying? And then that wasn't Vernon Maxwell. That was Isaiah and them with the Pistons.
Oh yeah, Joe Dumars.
Yeah, so I mean that comes with a territory. If you were looked at or viewed as one of the better players, sometimes everybody ain't gonna just be cool with you when on the court. They gonna bring it to you.
Everybody best every night,
I mean, really, LeBron, he really, when I was watching it, he wasn't complaining about it. He was, pushing back and everything. They was just battling, scrapping down there. So he wasn't complaining to referees and nothing like that. I ain't keeping from LeBron. I'm just saying he wasn't even tripping about it. Now, a lot of people, perspectives out there saying that Shannon is doing some buck dancing and, cooning. He was doing a little cooning and buck dancing. And because he out there sticking up for a grown-ass man, a damn near 40-year-old grown-ass man. A lot of people were saying LeBron's wife wasn't even out there acting a fool over that. So they said that the joke is that Shannon Sharpe was out there acting like a side chick. I
heard a tape from Brother DB saying that talking about he put his glasses back on when he got yelled at. He put his glasses back on, but when it come to us, he was kind of
right.
Yeah,
right. That was the other perspective I was going with it. Yeah, shout out to Brother DB, Brother DeWan Brown. But yeah, I didn't catch DB's last. I saw the title of it. I didn't catch as much of it, but
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I saw,
I,
yeah. It was other perspectives that had that same commentary. It's like, oh, when Skip told you to put your glasses back on.
Yeah.
Then when when you went at Ja Morant, but then on the flip side though, he did go at Steven Adams. I mean, I'm gonna give another perspective. I'm gonna get to the people who say
Yeah.
I'm speaking out for the people. We speak. Look, we speak out for different perspectives. Sometimes these are all not always my own opinions. So you know, what I'm saying, we got to explain that for the simple-minded people sometimes. But another perspective is that they support Shannon. They're saying basically he went at Steven Adams. He was a white dude because he was telling him to come right here. Come on, you ain't gonna come right here. Come right here. It looked like I'm just being real. I'm trying to be totally neutral. You know what I'm saying? I respect Brother DB perspective and everything too. But as my own perspective, he looked like he was trying to take on everybody. It didn't look like he was scared.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted all the smoke.
He wanted all the smoke. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he wanted all the smoke. Now I do understand how some people feel like, oh, Skip told you, little frail ass told you to put your glasses back on. You did it. But at the same time, it's like I guess you look at it like Shannon probably was looking at it like, even though, I'm just saying, some people he look at it like, oh, I was on my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm on live on camera. Yeah,
he's on the clock.
Right. He felt like I already turned up a little bit. He told me to put my glasses back on. So I'm at the job now. This is off the job. I'm just kicking it. I'm courtside of the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing though. We talk, like I say, look, everybody got different perspectives. Everybody got different opinions on how somebody should live their life. We want everybody to be true and do what we would like them to do. But at the same time, people are people. And at the same time, it's like this. I feel like basically, put it this way, we don't know what Shannon Sharpe might have said after the show to Skip, or if he might have ran on him, cussed him out, said, motherfucker, don't you ever embarrass me on a show like that again. I beat the shit out your little ass. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what he said off camera. We just assumed that he got punked and that was it. And he ain't gonna go against Skip. You know what I'm saying? Because people like, oh, well, he signed his paychecks or whatever, but really Fox signed his paychecks.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those perspectives that I covered real quick?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't feel like. I guess I can start with how I do feel. I feel like I don't know what's going on with Shannon, but it seems like people are they're trying to pick a little chinks in his armor, because he's well composed. He come from that life, you know what I'm saying? And he's been a little hair trigger lately, but I don't know. He must be going through something. But
yeah.
I mean, brother DeJuan's take was a little bit left of mine, but I don't know. I don't look at it so radically like, he got sunned on the show and then he trying to swing his elbows on the playground with us. I ain't see it quite like that. But when I heard it, it made me scratch my chin a little bit,
Because you could see that perspective. It's like,
yeah, I can
feel the
definitely
same
wrap my head
way.
around that point of view,
Right. I can see it that way too. You know what I'm saying? But I can also
see it. I don't think Shannon cut from that cloth like that. He ain't nobody boy.
I don't. You know what? I don't think so either. I don't think he is. Because you know what? That's what kind of gave him the little pub he had with the show, is because he came in talking shit, speaking his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like basically speaking up on black issues, like basically the stuff that Stephen A. Smith didn't say, he would say.
Yeah.
So,
he was definitely a breath of fresh air, especially contrasting to Stephen A. But yeah,
right. But as time goes on, you start. This does happen too. You get more money, and they got that leash on you a little more.
Yeah, that contract get bigger. Yeah,
right. We didn't pay you. Watch your mouth. What you say. You know what I'm saying? You got to be our do boy. We just gave you a new contract.
You know.
So, as we say, we can see a lot of different perspectives there. My perspective is this: I don't think he was just wanting to smoke. Like, oh man, he didn't want to smoke with Skip, and but he wanted the black people. Because I seen him go after Stephen Adams. I mean, like if you look, we just played the video. If you look at the video, he talking right to Stephen Adams, pointing at him, going like this, "Come right here." You know what I'm saying?
He's like, but bring that shit over here.
Right, bring the smoke over here. Right. Also, the statement. There was a statement from Shannon Sharpe. Give me a moment. Give me one moment here. There was a statement that Shannon made, and I'm gonna read it real quick. After the incident, see, in the game when I was watching it, I thought he got ejected. He got totally kicked out. He didn't. They just took him back to the tunnel, and when they took him back to the tunnel,
gave him a little cool down time.
Right.
Yeah, they ain't doing like Oak. They ain't doing like Oak.
No. Yeah, they did Oak dirty. The Knicks did Oak dirty, man. This dude is a Hall of Fame Knicks player, and they just did him. They treated him like trash. You know, like he wasn't even. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't part of the. Yeah. So basically, Shannon had made a statement saying basically they didn't want the smoke from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just paraphrasing. They didn't, they didn't want none of the smoke.
He was ready to twist the fingers.
Right. He was ready for him. Now, after all this, it said that him and Shannon are good. Him and John Morant's father good. Him and Shannon are good and nothing but love for him. But they just two, John Morant's father said, we just two guys from the South talking trash, supporting our teams. And that's cool. We do, we do that. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk trash about each other's team. Me and you've done it before. We made memes and all kind of stuff for each other, poke fun at each other. But at the end of the day, it's just fun and games. They don't get paid from these teams. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay none of our bills or do none of that. But I got the actual statement. This is what Shannon wrote in the tunnel here. He said they didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying and it ain't about the jockeying. I started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Jock He said Jock came out of nowhere talking. He definitely did. He said he definitely didn't want these problems because he a little slight. Then he didn't say slight, but that's what I'm saying. That's why he's saying that. Then the dad came. He said then the dad came and he obviously didn't want no problems, but I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now. So that's what Shannon had to say about the incident. But like I said, I see Stephen A more of a person who will talk mess to a black person than he and not say nothing to a white person. I see Stephen A doing that more. I don't see Shannon because Shannon is FBA brother, and I don't see him being that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too. I think brother Shannon. I think he trying to get that bag. It's been a long time since he been out the league. I don't think I just don't feel that the man totally sold his soul. He put it this way, just like he's had some coonish tendencies or some coonish behaviors, but then like with Kyrie thing, that's the biggest thing he did. But then he came and corrected himself and apologized and righted the ship. All I'm saying is this: I think the brother's heart is in a good place. I think he, everybody make mistakes. I don't think he's just a total sellout and whatever like that. Now, Stephen A, I think he is. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I think he is totally. I don't even mess with Stephen A like that. But put your comments. Put your thoughts in the comments.
Leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments, man. About this situation. I just thought it was funny. And then him and LeBron hugged up. LeBron was talking to him after LeBron. It looked like I couldn't see what LeBron was saying, but it looked like he was trying to sell him like, Shannon, don't worry about all that. These dudes talk trash because the Memphis Grizzlies team is known for it to be a trash talking team. So he probably was telling like big bro, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about that. I ain't pay these dudes no mind. That's just
that's why they got the screws put to them last year when they were talking about whoop that trick when they beat Stafford.
Right. Hell yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the whole nation. Just to let you know, you watching the Weekend High Podcast with your man, KZ and Swag, hosted by us right here down below, as you see. And we just here giving you our thoughts and commentary, but we're gonna keep it moving, right, man? Keep it moving. I got some other funny stories, man. I got some stories for you.
Yeah.
I got some
You've been
stories.
pitching the gym so far.
Now, yeah, right. Now, a lot of people have been familiar. We've been hearing about this dude, George Santos, in the news. The dude who lied about his resume. He got elected. Was it to the House of Representatives or like the Congress or something like that? I believe it was Congress.
Yeah, Congress. Mr. Gang signs and shit.
Yeah, he's throwing up the white supremacy sign and stuff. Now, it's some other stuff. There's some other things that have come out. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm going to just give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up here. All right. Had to redo things here. Like I said, sometimes we get a little technical difficulties. Everybody know that. Everybody seems to get them.
They just gonna have to learn to live.
Yeah. Thank you for bearing with me. But yeah, George Santos. He got into trouble because in the recent news, it's come out that he is actually a Brazilian. He was a Brazilian drag queen at one time. Now this dude lied and said he was Jewish. He lied and said he was Jewish. That came out to be a lie from the Jewish community. Debunked that. Then he tried to say his mom died in 9/11, and it shows his mother died after 9/11 in 2003. Now he lied about being. He said the media is trying to make up stories, about him because he got off his, and remember, it's big protest for him to resign. Everybody's calling him to resign because he lied on his resume and said he went to, what was it, Harvard or somewhere, and then Harvard came out and said that they have no record of him coming to the school allegedly. If it was Harvard, yeah. So now he said they making this up. That picture doesn't look like him. If you look at the picture, that looks just like him. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? It just came out, I believe today. Now he's saying the picture is him, and he's saying he was just having fun at a festival. So now, after saying all week long, oh, that's not me. Y'all trying to make up stuff about me. Now he said he was young and he was having fun at a festival.
Hey man, it looked like he got a lot of sweat equity into looking like that.
Yeah,
so he was dressed to the nines over there.
He said he was not a drag queen. He was just young and having fun at the festival. He said he was never ever a drag queen. He says it's categorically false. But as you see, the images that everybody it's been floating around the media all this week. They basically definitely look just like him. I don't know your thoughts on it, but let me see that picture again. Yeah, that look like him, man.
Oh,
I mean, look at the nose.
His twin sister.
Look at it. Look at the nose. The nose and the teeth is a dead giveaway. The nose.
He look happy. He look happy on the right, but no, that's him. I mean, you can look at the point of the eyebrows. They
right, exactly. Look, the point of the eyebrow.
Yeah.
So
he got a nice little piece of wig on and that motherfucker.
So what do you think about? And the funny thing about it, they saying that they submitted the case to the House of Ethics, I believe. They submitted the case to the House of Ethics because remember they can't get it removed because he said the people elected him in, so they have to present the case to the House of Ethics. They got to present the case to the House of Ethics to get him removed. Now the Republican Party allegedly don't want him. They don't want him to get removed because I think that takes down one member of the legislature or Congress. They would basically be one member short, and the Democrats would have more. So they don't like the dude, but at the same time they like let him stay where he at. If it benefits us, let him stay where he at. Man, I mean, what do you think about this line, dude? This line just is every week it's a new lie, just being a false lie that's being debunked by him. Like I said, first he said he was Jewish, he ain't Jewish. Then he said his mom died in 9/11. She didn't die in 9/11.
And okay. So like, sometimes the wrong person gets hired. They pull the wool over our eyes and we put them in. That's fine. They did the same thing with Donald Trump. But as him being a pathological liar, you know, he can redeem that. But yeah, he's not an honest person at the end of the day. And you know, whether he's out there just partying or whether he was living his best life, you know, he did it with a bang.
He said, "I guess he did it with a bang." Yeah, man. I mean, but I believe these are the kind of people, you know, look, these are the kind of people we have in office. I believe he ain't the first and probably ain't the last. These are the kind of people we have in office, you know, making laws for us and stuff. And you know, I bet, you know, they ain't got no interest for black folks anyway. So it's like, you got this dude just lie this way in the office. Now, if he was a black dude doing this, they would have found a way to get him out of there quick, fast.
Hey, but hey, I will be honest with you. And, you know, I'm not even being devil's advocate. I'd rather see a picture from his past like this than to see him in blackface 20 years ago, you know?
Yeah, I feel I feel you. I mean, yeah, I take that lesser of those evils, but you know, I still I don't think this dude should be in office because, you know, like I said, if you lied about your resume and you lied about your work history too, he said he was an investment banker and manager for a hedge fund, and he never even did that. So it's like you got somebody who's unqualified, you know what I'm saying, out there working, supposedly working for the people, helping create laws and voting on laws for us, that has no kind of experience, no kind of direction. Look, the people in his own district don't even want him there. They protest in his office every day. So hopefully this dude get his ass. They get this dude up out of office quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yeah, you know, some people embellish they resume. This dude straight fabricated his shit.
You know, yeah, you know, yeah. I mean, people do, you know. Hey, that's the thing. People do embellish resumes.
Makeup and putty on the resume, stretching out. But this,
you know, I was an environmental specialist. I mean, I was janitor.
I was the assistant mayor back in 23.
I was assistant manager at Walmart. Really, the nigga stocked cans at night. He was the stock supervisor.
Hell yeah, that nigga was stocking cans.
Oh man, but moving right along, man. Another odd story, man, that hit this week. How would you feel if you had a daughter, Swag, and she was at the Y, and then a transgender man came in the bathroom with her when she was trying to change, coming from swimming? How would you feel about that?
I'm glad I ain't got no daughters, but yeah, that'd be a hard pill to take.
Yeah, man. This recently happened in Florida. Oh no, not in Florida. I apologize. I don't know why I said Florida, but it's a lot of stuff we have in Florida. But this dude, I mean, this person right here, was in the bathroom. At a YMCA, and I guess it was a young girl. She was a young girl in there changing, and she filmed it. The transgender woman at the center of controversy. This is in San Diego. She said she was thunderstruck and shocked by the outcry spurred by teenage girls' complaints. Christine Wood, 66, said she didn't even know the younger YMCA member had spoken out about her to the Santee City Council, to a friend called to offer her support and sympathy after the videotape comments went viral. She said, I went, what video? She said she watched it and started crying it. I'm just reading the article. Watched it and started crying it. Twice this is happening to me. I just couldn't believe it. Rebecca Phillips, 17, said she was changing after swimming one day last month at Santee YMCA when she spotted a naked trans woman in the changing rooms. Phillips, whose comments protests at the YMCA, thought the person she saw was a man. Christine Wood said she didn't even know the younger YMCA member had spoken out about her to the council board. And so what are your thoughts? So basically the transgender woman, this Christine Phillips, is saying she's so shocked, and it's this outcry. People are against against him or her going in there or whatever, him, her, whatever, going in there changing with the women. Now, I think I think that's a kind of an issue, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and get at it first.
So I just really don't know what she saw when she said a naked transgender woman. So that means the giblets was hanging out, or
she said no. She said she thought she saw a man. So yeah, the you know what I'm saying?
Was out.
Yeah, man, the eggplant was popping her.
Now, see, I got an issue with the eggplant popping, but see, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, if you raise your daughter right, she'll handle it the right way in a perfect world. But for the sake of answering the question, I would probably be uncomfortable with the why. Letting because if you're supposed to be transgender, I mean, ain't you supposed to like have your bits tucked away if you pre-transition or something like that?
I mean, I don't know what they do, man.
Or does that just make you a cross dresser? Which I have a problem if it's a cross dresser in my daughter's locker room.
Obviously, I think this person was not no post-op, as they say.
I mean, she looked like a woman in the picture, but
no, that motherfucker look like Don. Man, that motherfucker look like Don Cheadle with a wig. Sydney Sydney with a blonde wig on. I mean, you know what? I see what you say. You're trying to say he look auntie-ish. He look auntie-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have known if I would have passed. I would have. My initial thought was like something strange about that mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's a man. I mean, I don't know. I could tell a lot of times. I could be like, hey, that. But here's the news story from that really quick. We're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna go ahead and share that news story, and we're gonna get.
Damn, man, you sent me on that one. He stumped me.
He said, You said I got you with that one, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I don't look like no woman. Like Don Cheadle with a wig.
I'm trying.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Kristen Lily Renee Wood, and today she spoke with ABC 10 News reporter Austin Grabish, saying she's surprised this has gotten so much attention.
Kristen Lily Renee Wood calls the WA a place of harmony. The East County resident does water aerobics with friends here and says she was shocked to learn she recently made international news.
They begin with the lie of there's a naked man in the locker room.
It all started in December when a 17-year-old girl said she saw the backside of a transgender woman in the shower. That person was Wood, who transitioned back in 2016. Wood said she never saw or met the teenager and uses one of the 5 private showers in the women's locker room after her classes.
Did you have the curtains closed and you felt like you had your own private space? As I'm showering, of course, otherwise I'll soak the floor with water.
Tabloids in New York and the UK have written about the teen's encounter at the YMCA. Wood is now having her voice heard for the first time, speaking exclusively with ABC 10 News. The Y took me inside the empty women's locker room and provided us with these pictures of what I saw. YMCA stresses it has private showers in the women's change room, as well as a separate gender-neutral bathroom with a shower. But the rest of the women's locker room is open with shared benches.
The YMCA is following and compliant with all state of California laws.
The YMCA now says it is looking at going even further to find ways to increase privacy. Wood is using her faith to get through this and says she won't back down. Fighting is in her blood.
And my great aunt and uncle and my grandparents marched with Dr. King.
The
My great uncle works with Dr. King.
My grandparents worked with Dr. King. And that ain't Maya Angelou.
I mean, look, the news article, they said that they had gender neutral bathrooms. Why they didn't go with, I guess they said gender neutral baths, but they had a shared seating area, locker room or something.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable. I wouldn't be comfortable with my I'm not just talking about this person right here specifically. I'm talking about in general. If I had a daughter that was 17 or 16 or 15, 14, I would have a problem with, a man being in there. I mean, I know what you say. Like, I know how people feel.
Man, I take that shit back. I said about the auntie, because once I seen her in live motion, that was a man.
Yeah,
but I mean identifies as a woman. I mean, I get it and all, but no, man, that's one of them don't use the gender neutral bathrooms type locker room situation right there. That's basically your only defense against it, because everybody has rights except for us.
Exactly. Now that's what I'm saying. If they had a gender neutral bathroom, I guess they should have had like a gender neutral locker room too, separate from the women's locker room.
Yeah, because it sounded like they had the women's stalls that is a gender neutral part, but you could get to each from either bathroom.
Right. That makes no sense, ain't it?
Yeah, that seemed like a recipe for some unfortunate incident. That's what it sounds like. And I think they got off easy.
And and think about it. Not just saying that, I don't want to make it seem like, we just saying, man, transgender people mess with kids and all that. I'm not trying to say that. There have been instances that they do. However, and this is documented, but what I'm actually worried about is you get people who are like male pedophiles who would dress up like a woman. You know what I'm saying? And then go into gender neutral and go in there with your daughter. You see what I'm saying? You got people who would do that. Like you said, a cross-dresser or somebody like, you know what? How can I get to these kids? Let me see. Let me throw on a wig and some dress or whatever, and then I can get in the bathroom with them, or I can get the locker stall with them. So yeah, I definitely have a problem with that.
Auntie need to get some tips from your boy George Santos.
You say George need to go get some tips from me, man.
Hell yeah.
Dude look like the real Nipsey Russell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Nipsey Russell trying to sound like my
from the Wiz in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Slide some oil to me, let it you down my spine.
So yeah, man, that threw me, man. Like I said, to each his own, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. But at the same time, man, I just don't, because I just think that opens the door to, like you said, then you get a person who will probably, not mess, they could be a trans person, they might not mess with your kid or whatever, but then you get like a pedophile, like, all I gotta do is dress up like a woman to get access. Okay, bloop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not cool with it at all. I'm not trying to say, but I'm just saying I wouldn't want my kids around none of that. You know what I'm saying? Or if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter around dressing up, my 12-year-old daughter or 17-year-old daughter getting dressed in front of no, dude. Woman, whatever whatever they want to call themselves that look like that. So moving right along. Hit the like and subscribe button. If you love this content, we trying to give you. We're doing the best that we can, give you the best we got, like Anita Baker. But we're gonna move right along. Last story I want to cover before we get out of here. This is a very important story right here. Let me see. Let me get that together. I don't know if you've been hearing in the news. There's a thing going on with our sister Breonna Taylor. There was some basically. There's been a lot of things and rumblings going on, different things like that since she's passed, unfortunately, rest in peace to her and shout out to her family. But recently there was a banquet or some kind of police banquet, and one of the cops who ended up shooting her, he came out to her. He came out to a video of her getting killed. Like they introduced his name, right. The dude stepped out. Like, hey, this is what I do. You know, this is my claim to fame. You know what I'm saying?
Like his wrestling song and shit.
Exactly. So recently, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, this pissed me off, like hearing some shit like this.
Yeah,
I mean, I apologize for cussing YouTube. You know, they be hitting me for the cussing thing. But I got to spit it how I spit it, you know. But yeah, I think that's just totally crazy. That's totally, I mean, man, something got to definitely be done. Like that shows, and this was to say he's this race soldier, alleged white supremacist cop, because you got to be that. I say you are one. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Because you got to be one to come out to somebody who's dying. So patrons at a Kentucky restaurant are outraged at a video they believe showed Breonna Taylor's killing. Diners at a Kentucky restaurant were outraged to see and hear what they believe were video footage showing the killing of our sister Breonna Taylor. Let me put her up on the screen here. Our sister. And basically it was at an event featuring it says John Mattingly. It's his name. John Mattingly, one of the officers involved in the 2020 raid, according to the local NAACP chapter of witnesses. Patrons weren't informed that a GOP women's club was hosting the event at a Greek restaurant at Bowling Green on Tuesday and may have been exposed to graphic depictions of the raid that led to Taylor's death. The Bowling Green, Warren County branch of the NAACP said 2 patrons tell CNN that they heard audio clips of gunshots, sirens, and general commotion while they sat at their dimly lit tables, but neither could say for certain whether these were videos of Taylor's death. Case Johnson tells CNN when she first walked into the restaurant, she could see and hear the events upstairs hosted by the Republican Women's Club of South Central Kentucky. South Central Kentucky, hell no. They had a sound system. It was being broadcast throughout the whole restaurant. We could hear every word. And when the lady introduced John Mattingly, my jaw dropped. Matting was the first officer to enter Taylor's apartment on March 13, 2020, after Louisville police executed a search warrant and used a battering ram to break the door down. Believing the police were intruders, Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker III, fired one shot when officers broke down the door. Mattingly suffered a gunshot wound to the leg, and Taylor was killed when the officers returned fire. Mattingly was never charged in connection with the incident and retired after he was put on administrative leave. The only officer charged in the botched raid was Brett Hackison, and he was acquitted of wanton endangerment charges in March. Now, this dude, Mattingly, he has always defended his actions in the fatal exchange. CNN has reached out to Mattingly for comment regarding the incident at the restaurant and has not received a response. He went through everything and talked about the investigation and played several tapes during his presentation. Another patron, Caitlin Jones, tells CNN she was unable to see what was happening upstairs, but the sound of police radio chatter, sirens, and gunshots made it hard for her family to even carry a conversation. Towards the end of the meal, the lights shut off and we heard police chatter and sirens of the recording. We heard the gunshots too, and it was so loud and chaotic. It was really loud, Jones said. Her family showed their displeasure at the loud recording. People attending the event upstairs started to shush them. Some men stared down at them with a sour look on their face. She said pictures shown on the restaurant's website appear to show the upper seating level of the restaurant's mezzanine partially visible from lower. So I'm taking the sister. It was a sister, you know, this the sister who he was just talking about, whose name was Caitlin Jones. I think she's a sister because she might not be. He doesn't say. But she said, you know, the people, you know, basically they little meeting upstairs. They looking down salty at them, looking down, you know, mugging and whatever. So they was mugging them. And so they played the recorded of the sister's death like it was nothing, like she was nothing, you know, like she didn't mean shit, like she was like a piece of tissue. And he sat his ass out there and had, like you said, had his intro music like he in the WWE or something.
Yeah, man. It sounds like he gathered some fanfare. Like he made the tough decision. So that month.
No, go ahead. No, he flexing.
I don't like that shit.
He flexing.
Oh man, it's tone deaf at the very least, but it sounds like he kind of getting something out of it, and has himself a little momentum in that sector that he's in. And I don't know, it's almost sounds like he's expecting or is receiving some kind of heroic type fanfare. Who the fuck would lead with that, Vic? I'm sorry, but who would lead with that footage as their entry content?
Right. Hey y'all, look, this is what I did. This is
you should have just went with some Leonard Skinner and Trey Stone out there,
Right. I mean, like I say, reason we bring these stories, it's like a lot of times people say, "Oh, it's not racism dead." No, this is blatant anti-black racism. I kill you, you're an innocent person, and I play a recording of the killing as my intro when I come out and do a speech. What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I wish it was some brothers in that restaurant that ran on stage and you know what I'm saying, and did what they had to do to them.
And they eat in a balcony type area, you know what I'm saying? So other people can see and hear the shit. I mean, it's like a little bit of nuts hanging to it and everything.
If it was some brothers working in the kitchen, he should definitely got some special sauce with his food.
You talking about the fermented cheese?
Yeah, he should have definitely got some special sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that fermented cheese.
You know what I'm saying? We would all took turns and gave him good. You ready to add to the sauce, brother? And he was like, "Man, this is good. I love this."
That hickory.
Hell yeah, he's like, "What kind of sauce is this? This good."
He said, "Is that smoke?"
But yeah, man, this is why police get a bad rep. Like people always say, well, all police ain't bad. And that is true. All police ain't bad. But when you hear, it's countless stories on top of stories on top of stories of these race soldier, alleged white supremacist cops doing stuff like this to her. And then, of course, he is, like you say, he's getting some kind of hero fanfare. He is from that.
Yeah, man, he's got to be getting something out of this. That's absolutely tone deaf.
From that January 6th crowd, you know what I'm saying? That Proud Boys crowd or whatever like that. So
Proud Boys.
You know what I'm saying? The Rittenhouse crowd, they pubbing him up and whatever and holding him up, So how dare this motherfucker? Excuse my language. How dare this? You know what I'm saying? The audacity to do something like this. Now, it'd been funny if like OJ Simpson would have had a banquet of dinner and had the intro to Nicole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me leave with
play some Slasher, some Slayer.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
9-inch nails and shit.
This is America, man. This is America, man. We have to put these stories out there so we can extinguish, or fight against this system that's set up to keep us as an underclass or underbelly of this, country that we help build. But that's just. I don't even know. Even a police. I don't. As a police, if you a police officer, you should be pissed off about this. You know what I'm saying? If you were good,
it's bad for the brand. So there's like some kind of little third stream sector that he going to get a little appearance dollars for being the one who got away with the bullshit.
Well, especially, you know what? He flexing hard too, because remember that attorney general down there.
Hey, man, you got me my 10 for your
yeah, man. Remember down there that coon, the coonish brother Daniel Cameron, that attorney general, who that's why he flexing too. So he out there flexing. Look, we shot her, we killed her. I'm a flex on her. Now. Look what I did, y'all. But leave us your comments, thoughts, and opinions in the comments below, please. We definitely appreciate you. And
This
what are your
got me
thoughts?
out of the collar right here, man.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Well, as we looks like it's that time again for us to bounce from this episode. It was another great episode, another lot of great stories. We're gonna be back at you again. You know, we got B-sides coming up all the time. So we should have some special guest B-sides coming up in the weeks to come. Look out for those. Also, but even if we don't, you know, come catch us on the regular show, giving you our opinions and thoughts. Me and Swag right here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it. Appreciate any donations. Excuse me. That you may want to give. I'm regurgitating.
My ad sign can be interchanged with the dollar sign. It's still the same.
There you go. There you go. From me and my brother Swag, peace. We're going to see y'all on the flip side, on the B side. Peace out.